From WNEP, the news station, this is 2024, a look back.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Stacey Lang. Every year, all of us here at Newswatch 16 look forward to giving back to everyone who lives across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. And it's not just us here at the news station, but all of our viewers who are dedicated to making our area a better place. Tonight, we're going to look back at those efforts from our morning meteorologist's annual bike ride for St. Joseph Center to running the New York City Marathon. 2024 is one for the record books. Every year, Team Allied Services and You raises funds for children and adults at Allied Services. This year's campaign kicked off in August. That's also when Newswatch 16's Chelsea Strube introduced us to 12-year-old Hunter, a pediatric patient at Allied Services.
Sometimes small steps forward are not with feet. In Hunter's case, they're done with his fingers.
Trying to get him to use both of his hands together, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hunter will tell people he has muscle problems, you know.
Muscle problems his mother did not know about until it was brought to her attention at speech therapy at the now John P. Moses Esquire Pediatric Rehab Center.
Ready?
He has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Originally, we started coming for the speech, having no idea about the muscular dystrophy. And then when he had his PT eval with Janine, she kind of picked up on the muscular dystrophy. So she, kind of made calls to the doctor and stuff like that. And then that's where we ended up.
For the past 9 years, Hunter has been coming here weekly to play games with a purpose.
To keep him as strong as possible, keep as much movement as possible, because it's important that he keeps these things as long as he can. The goal, the idea is to keep him as strong as possible for as long as possible.
Even though Hunter's condition is degenerative, his mother says it's his playtime at Allied Services that has helped him stay in the fight.
I don't know that we'd be talking. I don't know that we'd be moving around so well. And if it wasn't for Janine kind of figuring out what was going on, that really made a big difference. So I think we definitely would have been in a different place without Allied.
Also in August, nearly 200 people joined Team Allied Services and You to be champions for pediatric patients like Hunter. Newswatch 16's Chelsea Strube takes us to the Team Allied Services and You 5K 2-mile walk, or All Abilities Walk, in Scranton.
It was not these medals or the podium photos that served as the primary motivation for the runners.
3, 2, 1.
Or walkers that came out to Team Allied Services and You 5K 2-mile walk or All Abilities Walk here in Scranton. Some, like Edna Bean's Dream Team, came to Valor Field at Veterans Memorial Stadium because of a cause close to their heart.
The Edna Bean Dream Team we created in honor of my mother, who passed away in 2016 on Christmas Day. So we wanted to come and celebrate her because she loved purple, she loved butterflies, and she loved kids.
And it was the kids served by Allied Services that served as motivation for members of this year's marathon team.
Being here makes you really know why you're doing all this, why we're raising money, why we're working so hard to run the marathon. You see all the good work that Allied does and, what we're working towards. And it's just really special to see all the children cross the finish line.
And those who signed up to walk in the 2-mile walk that was added to this year's event for the first time.
We actually had more walkers than runners this year, which we're all about moving, whatever movement that is. So yeah, it was fantastic.
The matter is, I think it's motivational for anybody and everybody who gets to see this. And I think it's an event that really everybody should turn out to.
And it was the support of all of these people looking to move their bodies that filled the parents of Allied patients with gratitude.
Yeah, so it's a big turnout. Had no idea it would be so big.
And inspired patients to continue with important steps forward and how they're going to get there.
Going fast.
How fast are you going to go?
6.1.
You're going to go 6.1 miles per hour?
Yeah.
In November, it was time for members of Team Allied to take to the streets of the Big Apple. Our very own Chelsea Strube and 50,000 other runners took on the 26.2-mile course, stretching through the city's 5 boroughs. Each member of Team Allied ran with a purpose, helping change the lives of kids and adults with disabilities, life-changing injuries, and chronic illnesses. A few days later, the grand finale, the 2024 Team Allied Services and You campaign, raised more than $550,000 for pediatric services across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. It was a time to celebrate all the hard work team members put in over the course of the year, and they did so with a check presentation at Motor World near Wilkes-Barre. The Wyoming Valley is often referred to as the Valley with a Heart. And this year, an act of senseless violence brought that community together. How people from around our area came together to support a police officer in need. That's still to come. After Scranton Police Detective Kyle Gilmartin was shot in the line of duty in January, support poured in from all across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. Newswatch 16's Emily Kresh shows us how some businesses in Lackawanna County stepped in to help.
The screen printing press at We Talk Shirty in Dixon City is cranking out shirts. It's all to show support for Scranton Police Detective Kyle Gilmartin. Scott Bidwell runs the Lackawanna County Information and Alerts Facebook page. He reached out to We Talk Shirty to create the design.
Original ring is part of Scranton's logo, and then we put the heart where your heart is naturally at, with Officer Gilmartin's badge number, and then on the back we have, it's called the Thin Blue Line. We put his last name in place of the Thin Blue Line in blue.
People have already placed more than 400 pre-orders for shirts and hoodies. The printing company made hundreds more that will be sold during grab-and-go hours.
The area is very strong, and when the occasion, has to be, people have to rise to the occasion, they show up, and they obviously are. You could see everything across the board. Every small business that is doing something is packed to the max.
Over at Cooper Seafood House, there wasn't a parking spot to be found at lunchtime. The restaurant is also holding a fundraiser for Detective Gilmartin.
We're doing a 1-pound red king crab with french fries and coleslaw for $20, and out of that sale, $10 goes directly to Detective Gilmartin.
In the first half hour, we went through 50 pounds.
Everywhere you looked inside Cooper's, plates of crab legs filled the tables. Customers say it's just a small way to support the Scranton Police Department during this time, and they came expecting a packed house.
Thought if we got here for lunch that it'd be a little less hectic, but that's good. I'm glad that a lot of people are showing up, and I hope they continue to come in.
Details on both fundraisers can be found on WNEP.com. Emily Kress, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County.
The community continued to rally behind Detective Gilmartin and his family. Green Ridge News Mini Mart and Grill hosted a fundraiser where $1 from every Texas wiener was given to the Gilmartin family. Managers said they sold 3,067 hot dogs. In addition to the sales, people donated about $500 in cash. Meanwhile, Cooper Seafood House raised more than $7,000 for the detective during its Craft Feast for Kyle fundraiser. For 27 years, Joe Snedeker has given up a week of his time to hit the road, biking across our area and beyond to help St. Joseph Center. A look back at this year's ride when we return. Of course, we couldn't forget about the summer of the inflatables. GoJo 27 kicked off in late July. Our morning meteorologist hopped on his bike for a week-long charity ride to benefit St. Joseph Center in Scranton. Joe Snedeker's ride helps St. Joe's provide care for kids and adults with disabilities throughout the year. His annual trek ends at the St. Joe's Summer Festival, which is also the first night of the annual St. Joseph Center Telethon. Here's a look at day 3 of his journey across our area.
Day 3 of GoJo, gone. Ending in Nesquehoning. Look at this crowd. It's one of the biggest of the week. So yeah, it really awesome. And it's nice to see some colleagues showing up, right?
Yeah, yes. Your first time on the GoJo,
first time on the GoJo route, and I'm glad to bring Trixie with me. Can't thank Chelsea enough. She's the one who bought all the inflatables. So.
But crowd.
And the crowd, come on.
Yep.
You guys have been so electric from the moment I showed up. And I got here at 4, and there was already a crowd of over 100 here.
The support is amazing. The money coming in for St. Joe's is what it's all about, but I have to admit, my selfish desires come from these secret little deals.
Yeah.
For example, ladies, tell me about this.
We got we have pierogies from Langle's in Nesquehoning, homemade. There's 10 dozen here for you, Joe.
So you've got them in
10 dozen.
Grilled and baked.
Full disclosure, they said share them with the what?
Share them
and
with
what was
the
my
crew.
reaction?
And he said, "You won't tell them if I don't do that."
I'm a horrible person.
No, you're not.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Today alone, you raised thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
The community support.
That's
Are
it.
you ready for day 4?
Yeah, I am. I was telling Jeremy, it gets hardest into Tuesday and Wednesday because your body's like, what the heck are you doing? Then it starts getting easier into the end. So I'm looking forward. We're going to end up, of course, this Friday at the telethon, at the festival. We'll be touring the northern tier counties. So we're not leaving anyone tomorrow. We're going to hit the middle part of our viewing area, Berwick, etc. So it's going to keep kicking butt, baby.
You're a giant, man. You're a giant. How about Joe Snedeker, everybody?
And now we're all going to end this segment doing jumping jacks.
Ready? 1. All right. That's it for Go Joe 3. Week, the third day. Back to you guys. Ow, he stepped on my toe.
A week of pedaling came to an end and your generosity came through. This year's Gojo raised more than $1 million for St. Joseph's Center. Here's the team with the big reveal.
Check out this amazing, huge number. We just unveiled this check last night. More than $1 million, $1,067,869 going to St. Joseph's Center. Sister Mary Alice, what does this mean for you?
Well, I'm completely overwhelmed and filled with gratitude. We had a fantastic Gojo 27, a WNEP telethon, 2 nights. It was wonderful. So much generosity received from this community, individuals, corporations, just a fantastic response to WNEP and Joe Snedeker's invitation to support our cause.
It's been really wonderful to watch. So nice to see Joe go through, biking through Gojo 27, through our area, all 5 days, and now we've wrapped up the telethon. What an amazing effort.
So much enthusiasm for every day of the bike ride, so much enthusiasm for the telethon and the stories, the features that we had, that people got to really understand more about our mission.
And how about the matching funds? You can't forget Bill.
Right, Mr. Chatlos making a donation to match up to $500,000, and that we realized it. And we wouldn't have realized it without the support of this community. And once again, I just want to thank WNEP for organizing the telethon, the Gojo bike ride, everything that goes into it to really invite and pull the community together to support St. Joseph Center at a great level.
Yeah, absolutely. And Julie, you've said it several times. This is a magical viewing audience that we have. It's a magical bunch of communities that always come together.
I mean, I think the magic is right here, right? Seeing almost $1.1 million raised in a week. This is from every small town that Joe was able to reach and beyond, and every phone call. There's not enough gratitude and thanks that we can say to really show what this money will mean to St. Joseph Center and to us here at WNEP. So we just can't thank you enough.
Yeah, and we felt it when the phones rang. We felt it. We asked and they called, and it was just wonderful.
It's just amazing, the generosity we see from our community out there, and the fun and the excitement is not over yet. You can still help St. Joseph Center. Jeremy was here last night doing all the fun at the festival, and that's underway again today.
That's right. You can continue to come out today from noon to 7 p.m. and continue to enjoy all the great food and fantastic games and continue to raise money for St. Joe's.
Didn't you make a hole-in-one in the mini golf?
I did, but it wasn't on air, so it doesn't count.
We'll count it. I think so. So from all of us here, and $1 million from all of you, thank you for your generosity. Let's do it again next year.
Okay.
See you later, everyone.
Gojo isn't the only way members of the Newswatch 16 team gave back this year. We'll take a look at the causes near and dear to us here at the news station. That's coming up next. A celebration fit for the movies in Lackawanna County this spring. The Children's Advocacy Center of NEPA hosted its 25th anniversary Silver Screen Gala in Scranton. I served as the MC for the evening at the Scranton Cultural Center. The theme was A Night with the Stars. Money raised at the gala benefits victims of child abuse and neglect in Lackawanna County. And I wasn't the only MC that night. Newswatch 16's Lisa Washington emceed the Family Service Association of Northeastern Pennsylvania's Spring Fling and online auction at the FM Kirby Center in downtown Wilkes-Barre. Money raised helps the nonprofit continue to provide counseling services to those in need. This spring, Child Hunger Outreach Partners, or CHOP, hosted its very first full plate gala in Scranton. The fundraiser celebrated CHOP's 5th year of operation and moved to a new location.
An event like tonight, it just really solidifies that we're here for the right reason, and it shows us that the community supports us and that they want to help us grow and that they love what we're doing. And I'm just so excited to be here and to have everyone here cheering us on and helping us take this to the next step.
Newswatch 16's Melissa Steiniger emceed the fundraiser here in Scranton. This fall, hundreds of people in Lackawanna County laced up their sneakers in the hopes of finding a cure for Alzheimer's. Many affected by the disease, both personally and professionally, attended the 2024 Walk to End Alzheimer's at PNC Field and Music. Walkers were given flower pinwheels, each color representing the way they have been touched by the disease. Newswatch 16's Allie Gallo served as the MC of the walk here in Lackawanna County. The holidays can be tough for families. That's why for 40 years and counting, our Feed a Friend campaign has provided food for Thanksgiving and beyond. A look at this year's efforts next. For 40 years, your generosity has helped provide food to families for the holidays. Our annual Feed a Friend campaign makes sure no one goes hungry during the most wonderful time of the year. Newswatch 16's Nikki Kreis was in Scranton for this year's kickoff.
The holiday season is right around the corner, and that means it's time for WNEP's annual Feed a Friend campaign. This year marks 40 years of providing food to families for Thanksgiving and beyond.
We have a number of agency partners who will accept barrels for us and accept food donations, as well as different organizations on businesses all throughout the viewing area.
Jessica Wallow says it's busier than ever at United Neighborhood Centers in Scranton.
Sometimes we have people who are brand new to our area and they don't know where to go. So this is a safe place that they can come to be able to make sure that they're fed.
Feed a Friend is what powers this food pantry.
The food that you see behind us here at the moment, by about 10 o'clock today, it will all be gone. And so this is where the community plays that vital role in giving.
There are dozens of participating agencies all throughout the WNEP viewing area. Barrels like this one are going out this week.
It's 40 years, so people have gotten used to seeing them in the stores. It kind of like kicks off the season, lets everyone know it's amazing how generous people can be.
To learn how you can help your neighbors one grocery bag at a time, you can find the list of participating agencies for this year's Feed a Friend at WNEP.com. Nikki Kreis, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County.
That does it for our look back at 2024. One thing is for certain, northeastern and central Pennsylvania will continue to show up for those in need in the new year. Have a great night.